So, Tourette's in public, which is not always a good thing. Usually, like, if I'm with my friends and family, like, I'm better, because it's less embarrassing if I'm with someone, then I can be just, like, leaning on them kind of emotionally, and... Did you find Bear? I'm babysitting my mother's dog. Go find Bear! Go find Bear! Oh! What did I do? I knocked something off the table. I'm sorry. So yeah, Tourette's in public. So I was inspired this video because I went to Dollarama. Was it last week or the week before with my mother, my sister, and my best friend, and I was having a lot of tics, like a lot, and I was yelling, moving, swearing. It was bad, and it was embarrassing, and I was feeling kind of bad about it. But then what made me feel really bad about it was when the employees, there was about 3 or 4 ladies who were stocking the shelves randomly around the store, and he didn't bring back Bear. Okay, they were staring at me, and not just like, and just like stopping in the aisle and just like standing there and staring at me, like blatantly, obviously staring, and not just staring. It was judgment. You could tell in the look in their eyes that they were really judging me. Bah, bah. What? And I felt really, I felt really bad, guilty and ashamed, and I couldn't be quiet. Bah. And it was so humiliating, and I was just like, I went up to my friend and I was like, did you see the girl? She's staring at me. And she said, yes, I know, I saw. It was very obvious. Like, it was bad. And I just felt, gosh, just like there's no describing it. There's, humiliated and ashamed, basically the biggest emotions I was feeling. And I'm not used to that. The people in my circle are very supportive and non-judgmental, and they're not embarrassed by me. I asked my mother when we were at the store, like, are you embarrassed by me because I was feeling really badly? And she says, no, I'm not. Like, stick by me. I'm fine. So I'm glad, I'm very lucky that I have my friends and my family that are very supportive, and they're not, like, making fun of me. Sorry, what? Sorry, what? Sorry, when I talk about Tourette's, it inspires tics. And no, this is not sign language, although a lot of people believe that I'm doing sign language. It's really just random movements. Once a lady, she comes up, she walked by and she came up to me. She was like all inspired by my illness and she was like, when I talked, she was really surprised. She thought I was deaf and she thought I was signing, and I'm like, no, it's Tourette's. It's not sign language. So, what do you want? He's staring at me, all funny looking. Go away. Go find Bear. I'm not playing with you right now. Go away. Go to bed. Yeah, so, and another, even last week someone thought I was deaf, and they were surprised when I was able to talk, and I'm like, no, it's Tourette's. And they was, oh yeah, my grandson has it, but not nearly as badly as you did, because I was having a really bad tic attack. But then there was these kids, okay, also, you know, Tourette's in public, the children. Like, I was sitting in the back, because usually, I like to be in the back so that I don't bother people. So, are you sitting on me? When did that happen? Jeez. Okay, so the kids turn around and look at me because I'm making noises. And the children, it doesn't bother me. Like, I think it's cute. because they're innocent. They're just like, they're curious, and there's no judgment in the fact that they're staring at you. They're just like staring because they're wondering what's going on, and they're very curious, and I think it's very interesting. But they're not thinking, what a biatch, what is she doing? Like, is she nuts? Is she retarded? Is she, you know, they're not thinking that. They're just wondering what's going on, and they're very curious and fascinated. So when it's children, it doesn't bother me. Like, even in the bathroom that day when the woman thought I was deaf, there was 2 kids that were staring too, and I didn't mind them staring. And when when their grandmother asked me some questions, then I looked at them, because I was making a lot of movements and noises, and the little girl, she says, "Why are you making those noises? Why were you doing that?" And I explained Tourette syndrome, and that it was like hiccups, you know, you can't, or a sneeze, you can't help it. It just happens. Your body does it automatically. And she was interested by it, and I didn't mind that she was like asking questions. Ba, 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 ba. Sorry, what? Nah. And yeah, so I didn't mind. I like children. I think it's cute. And I really don't mind, but when it's adults, they know better. They know that it's impolite to stare. Like, I don't want to be ignored either. Like, I've been asked that too. Like, I don't want to be ignored. Like, if you don't look at me at all, and you look away, and you're pretending that I don't exist, I disappear. And I freaking hate that. I don't, like, people are trying to be polite, but it's not cool, because you're just ignoring my existence, and I feel worse for what I'm doing, because what I'm doing is making you uncomfortable enough to look away. Therefore, I feel bad, and so I don't like that. So if you stare, it's bad, but if you ignore me, it's bad too. So just act natural, like smile, or just like acknowledge the fact that I'm going through something difficult. Like, if I'm going through a really storm of Tourette's, like really bad, then like don't ignore me. Like, acknowledge the fact that I'm going through something difficult. Like, don't look away and pretend I don't exist. So that's like, or like, so if you see someone in public, smile at them, just like nod, or like, you know, wave, say hi, just acknowledge that they exist, but don't stare and be like, oh, make them all uncomfortable, and certainly don't be judgmental, because like, they can't help it. And even if it's not Tourette's, like I've heard someone else say that too, like, even if it's not Tourette's and it's something else, you don't know what's going on with that person, so don't judge them for what they're saying or doing or moving or noising or whatever. Like, there's so many different illnesses and conditions, you know. But mine just happens to be stupid looking. Sorry, what? Fucking whore. So, yeah, I was really affected by those Dollarama ladies. They were awful. And I kept on talking about it, and my friend told me to shut up, because I wouldn't stop talking about it. I was very bothered. I'm very affected by it, and I'm not used to that kind of thing, and so now I'm afraid of going out in public, whereas before I was all like brave and fronting it and going like, yes, I'm just gonna like go out there, and who cares if people stare. But then once I experienced people staring and judging and being like really inappropriate, I feel afraid to go out again, afraid to experience that again. So yeah, I'm talking too long. I just really wanted to like convey what it's like to have this illness in public and be stared at, and I'm sure that a lot of people understand that that are watching. I know that a lot of you have Tourette's. I don't know like to what degree you have it, if it's severe or whatever, and if it shows in public. But, and you know, sometimes you can hide it if it's not as severe, but if you can hide it, then you understand. And I just like, I want to be able to show you that I understand, and like to give you someone that has been through it, and that you can experience their stories. Like, I look for that kind of thing on the internet, people that understand, and so I'd like to be able to give that to you. So anyways, I'm talking way too long, like I already said, so I'm gonna shut up and push stop.